This video is all about jump cuts, what they are, because you're watching them right now. See how I'm jumping around just a little bit from maybe here to here, here, forward, back, wherever. That's where the name jump cut comes from, because it is very obvious to the viewer immediately that this video has been edited. And in fact, the dictionary definition says just that: an abrupt break in the continuity of a scene created by editing out part of a shot or scene. Now, here's the challenge for every professor and even every workplace professional trainer training their employees not to do this. You see jump cuts every day on social media, especially YouTube. And that's actually okay. The jump cut is acceptable on those platforms because most of the people publishing are just regular people broadcasting their lives. Higher standards aren't required of them because artistry is not how they make their money. And some of them have made a good living out of this, like life-changing money. So I don't want to dunk on the jump cut. All I want to do is coach you on all of the ways that you can cover a jump cut. Usually, tight shots are best because they're interesting, but any kind of video will do. Seriously, any other shot and you're good. Here's why you're doing this. If you're studying to be a journalist, a documentarian, or go into serious filmmaking, there's a much higher standard of creativity that's expected, especially in film. The standard chart sort of goes like this. On the bottom is what we call social media, or just beginners. Then comes journalism, then comes documentaries, then comes filmmaking. Beginners are vloggers, and again, that's cool. Not knocking it, but remember, they make their money by getting your attention through thumbnails or clickbait headlines, and then bringing you into their lives to either educate you or entertain you, sometimes both. Then comes journalism, where honestly, a lot of the same is true. Unfortunately, attention is spread so thin across platforms that headlines are meant to startle you, shock you, in order to get your attention. But after that, that's when the standards increase. You're expected to have researched facts, vetted interviews, meaning the people you're talking to actually know what they're talking about, and that you subscribe to any one of the handful of journalism code of ethics that covers fact gathering, audio gathering, still gathering, and of course, video gathering. After this comes documentary filmmakers. They too subscribe to ethical standards, and as they do, their mission is to be as much of an observer as possible. They, like journalists, are trying to show you the world the way it really is. They just get the advantage of getting 45 minutes, 90 minutes, sometimes even longer to do that. Obviously, a lot more than the 75 seconds or the 90 seconds a journalist gets for a story. In documentaries, sometimes a narrator is used as a tour guide walking you through what's going on. The main mission of a documentary is to spend months or years documenting someone, an issue, or a process that the general public would be well served if they knew about. Most people who go into documentary film went to film school, not journalism school, but you will run still into plenty of people who have indeed come from a J school. Then, up at the top are movies. You don't watch a movie because it was easy to make, especially if you're seeing it in a theater. You go to a movie to see it on the big screen because of all of the artistry, the tools, and the teamwork used to bring the story to life. The standards are high and climb even higher every single year. And here's one more point about the jump cut worth telling you about. It became so popular on social media, not only because it takes little skill to do, because all you do is just take a razor blade and you make your edits, but also because when viewers saw all the jump cuts, they subconsciously liked this video creator more, this influencer more, because they, as the viewer, can actually see the edits being made. It was as if the creator was trying to communicate to the viewer that they weren't trying to hide anything. This is a very different phenomena than where video was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and certainly many decades ago. And while people certainly know in general that journalism, documentaries, and films are edited, it can be hard to figure out what part of an individual soundbite is indeed an actual single soundbite or two soundbites edited together with B-roll covering the cut. With that, coming off as less professional has sometimes helped bloggers, vloggers, and influencers come off as more authentic because they don't know how to do all of the movie magic. Their audiences were further convinced of their authenticity because if they were seeing the raw cuts, it reminds them that they, as the person watching, don't even know how to edit either, and therefore this influencer must be just like them. This is very much in the same way that entertainment journalists try to convince us sometimes that the A-list celebrities are just like us. Of course, they're not. But hopefully now you understand what a jump cut is and what to do about it. Also too, keep your eye on this. Video on social media is today what cable was in the 1980s and 1990s. And some of the influencers are looking for ways to nowadays differentiate themselves from newer, younger influencers on the come up. So they're searching for people on YouTube like you and me who have some of these professional skills to learn some of these professional skills. They're not looking to do everything that you and I can do, but a little bit of it will add a little bit more professionalism to their video. Therefore, their viewer may watch that longer. If it's watched longer, the YouTube algorithm will recommend this video to more people. The more people who watch it means the more ads that are run in that video because it's even more popular today than it was yesterday. And all of this concludes in the influencer, in the end, making more money. The part that hurts is that they're not doing this for the artistry of it, the professionalism of it. They're doing it to make more money. And of course, again, I'm not going to knock someone's hustle. It's just, I personally have spent a lot of money and a lot of time. I'm very lucky my whole life in learning how to do this stuff well, and to see it used in this way, it's hard sometimes. But these are huge fundamental shifts that not only will you see continue in this industry, the one that we love so much, but also too in lots of industries. You will see these huge paradigm shifts almost every 2 years. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.